Happy wedding anniversary, Manoj and Madhu. I pray to God to give you both happy and prosperous life. I wish you both together achieve success. Best wishes.
Happy wedding anniversary, Manoj and Madhu. Happy 17th wedding anniversary, Dad here. So I'm taking it down the memory lane. This was an invitation, a letter I sent along with the invitation. Embidum Extra 20 Giriappa Road. Friendship is the only cement that will ever hold the world together. Thomas Woodrow Wilson. So this is a message, a personal letter I sent to all the friends. So let us see the card. We are followers of Lord Shiva and Muruga, Lord Muruga, Velum Mailum Tunai, Dr. Mrs. Jayalakshmi, M.B. Nirmal. Both of your names are there. The date, Wednesday, the 8th June 2005, between 6 a.m. to 7:30 a.m., Vijaya Seshamaral. So it is there in Vadapayani. Marriages are made in heaven. This is a good old adage. So this video is dedicated to my good friend, very wonderful person, Murugivel Janikaram. Marriages are made in heaven is a power. Marriages are now made in Tamil Matrimony and Bharat Matrimony, thanks to J. Murugivel, one of this wonderful organization. May God bless him and his enterprises. Nirmals. Actually, I sent along with the invitation this card, thanking him, because I know that how he does this matrimony, so much devotion and goodwill. He has a divine blessing. Naturally, those who get married through Bharat matrimony and Tamil matrimony also lead a happy life. So he himself attended the marriage. You can see the bridegroom, myself, my Samandis. He's there with his child, wife. So good of him. Manoj's marriage with Madhu was felt as if heaven had dawned on earth, as it encompassed the following. What are the things it encompassed? Marriage means normally, bride and bridegroom, the muhurtam, reception and all, but something is beyond. Handicrafts, eco-friendly marriage, humane marriage. All the three were there. Let us see. This was well documented by the media, a number of media, but we have chosen only two here. Able, differently abled, and humane marriage. So handicrafts by handicapped, the spark. Whatever we do, there must be a spark. So once I was invited by differently abled people who are good artists, sculptors, painters. They had an exhibition, Chetpet. They asked me to inaugurate because I've been supporting the cause of differently abled Udum Karam. I'm patron for last 28 years. Darshini was founded by Exnora, who read and scribe for the visually challenged and number of things. So when they called, I happily accepted. I cut the ribbon and also bought an artwork for ₹1,000 and came back. In the evening, I called them and asked them, how did it go? Because I want to check my Kairasi. They said actually they were minus some 6,000. They said after all expenses, including 1,000 rupees I paid, the sales was very less and very sad, and the project flopped. So this really made me to think, because even my handwriting is not legible. And these people are gifted with something extraordinary arts. And instead of making crowd go there, why don't I take them where the crowd is there already? It's called inversion technique. Do the opposite. So I was looking for an opportunity where the crowd will gather. Nothing could match, my own son's marriage. So my son's marriage too. You saw the invitation. That marriage, Vijaya Seshamagal, very expansive hall. One side, we had this exhibition, the artifacts. So Ability India Cross Disability Magazine made a cover story on this. Wedding bells, crafted spells. So this is what the spotlight is covered. So I just go through this article because it's more important than anything else, because it's not the routine marriage. When would you normally invite for a wedding? This is what the Mrs. Geeta Padmanabhan wrote the article. I'm reading it. When would you normally invite for a wedding? Relatives will not let you forget it. Forget them. VIPs will contribute impressive photographs for the album. Businesses will contribute the checks towards wedding expenses. Friends, especially those who do the grand work, putting tambalam packets, gifts in bags while you chat with long lost relatives. If you have kind heart and good memory, people who helped you long ago, even in small capacities. I think these are the normal people. She has put it with fun and pun. So welcome to the wedding of Manoj, son of engineer founder Exnora, organization that works wonders in raising civic sensibilities. Adding to the honor roll was another list of invitees, disabled artists. They need to exhibit and sell their paintings and other items of art at the wedding hall. A completely furnished square was allotted to each of the disabled artisans. The invitation card carried the customary information on the Muhurtam dinner and concert which you had and friends. Attached to the invitation was a sheet of printed paper that talked of the value of friendship and need to nurture it. He told about the decision to break new ground in wedding customs and the reason why his effort should be supported. That was about the exhibition cum stall selling the artifacts of by differently abled in the marriage hall itself. The differently abled artists will demonstrate their skills live, simultaneously selling their art products to the marriage invitees and guests. So we had 2 rows of shops, one of the 2 rows shops of differently abled in the Vijay Sheshi Magal Hall. The artist will get contact, said his note that came with the card. The important is, the artists have talent, but already they are differently abled, how they can go and sell. So this for people like us should to do that. It will be a tremendous source of inspiration for others. People attending the wedding get sensitized. They see artists without hands paint beautifully by holding the brush in their mouth with their feet or lying down. That's what she wrote. In fact, it so happens. One of my close kitten woman said that a child was watching this and told that, "Mom, hereafter I will not bother you." So there's a kind of inspiration caught, not taught. We'll go to the next para. This will set a trend of for others to do something similar. They might think of promoting of sales of artifacts, display of products in their premises. So this one is, even in a company, the reception hall, they can sell it. After all, where there is a will, there is way. If you have space in your heart, there is always space in your building. There are a number of charitable clubs like Rotary Lions, Roundtable JCs, and Indian Red Cross in the city. What a turning point would it be if every member of these clubs did something similar? This is what she wrote, and again, I want to take this up. It appeal to all the Rotarians, Lions, Tablers, and JCs, and all the friends and other service-minded people. With the marriage, which suppose you're not married or you're going to have marriage of your children, follow this pattern which I'm sharing with you. You can always contact me. My contact address will be shared at the end. Please contact, and we'll guide you how you can do this. So before that, we had a band by, we were received by Guild of Service Children, a band differently abled. It's really great. If you only look at the music, you will be wonderstruck. And the article, I continue the article of Ability magazine. The stalls are awash of brightly colored batik paints and kurtas, tops, wall hangings, and cushion covers. On display were reverse glass paintings, gift articles, liquid candles, and handmade paper holders, all made by differently abled. Many of the wedding guests were thrilled to come to face the artists who had drawn pictures of the deities they were worshipping at home. Crowds of guests were seen admiring the handiwork at the stalls. So Nirmal came to the stall from time to time to find out the artists were comfortable, if they had joined the wedding feast, if they needed anything. Actually, these people were there the previous day evening. So 4 times we fed them happily. We dined with them, and myself and the bride Madhu and bridegroom Manoj were chatting with Geeta Padmanabhan, the other. Let us all salute her. Here was a wedding that was set a precedent. Nirmal says the idea has been received very well by many young people in Chennai. MB Nirmal, may his tribe increase. Geeta Padmanabhan. This picture is our latest picture. She is a wonderful, great woman from a great family. She is also a mother-in-law of Mr. Lakshminan of Cognizant Technology. Eco-friendly message. So we go to the next point. The first is helping differently abled, and everything as a human, it concerns humanity, human marriage. So Deccan Chronicle covered at the top of their headline today's tab, eco-friendly wedding. They added a tab on the eco-friendly wedding. You can see the bride and bridegroom photo there. So what do you mean by the eco-friendly marriage? The ingredients I'm going to share with you. The reason is we have entered the planet has entered the climate change age. To give you a shocking information, disaster age. This is happening every day. Somewhere the world is happening in different forms. Maybe earthquakes, landslides, forest fire, number of things. I don't know the list because it's a very auspicious marriage. I don't know. But to stop this acceleration of climate change, we need to do many things. We should not do many things. But we don't do the things we should do, and we are doing the things we should not do. Both ways are wrong. So now the marriages, what we did was waste minimization. So we minimized the waste. The food not served, according to the, it was not just dumped on the leaf. Source waste management, both solid, liquid waste management, air pollution prevention, plastic pollution prevention, noise pollution prevention, light pollution prevention. Light also, it should be pleasant. It should not over-illuminate. Minimizing carbon footprints. I think the first 6 points itself done enough to reduce the carbon footprint. But we created a new word called oxygen footprints. How? We gave sapling to every guest who came and told him to plant, and we even helped planting a tree. So whatever the marriage carbon footprint created, it was adequately more than compensated. 5 grades of food hygiene. And if you go to marriages and see how they wash the cups, plates, you will not eat. So these 5 grades of food hygiene, Exnora has got 5 grades of hygiene Exnora. We go to hotels and the cooks, the marriages. We go and supervise, they do it well. And because, this is the age of corona and diseases, so hygiene is important. We call it hygiene, my gene. Deccan Chronicle, Thursday, 9 June 2005, an eco-friendly humane wedding by Ruchira Hoon. Subsequently, she turned to be a master chef. The Hoon family in Chennai are all known to me very well. How eco-friendly are you? Ask MB Nirmal the same, and his answer will dazzle you. His answer will dazzle you. This is an article I am reading from Deccan Chronicle. Not only is his approach to life extremely green, but he believes too in teaching everyone around him the same. The biggest example has been his son's eco-friendly wedding. The wedding title, Enviro-friendly marriage, used only products that could be recycled and were biodegradable. The cloth was used for the pandi instead of plastic. Banana leaves for sapadu, which are fed to the cows, the leaves, subsequently, after they are used, and only fresh flowers are used for decoration. I think this itself, we have promoted a plastic pollution prevention. And we'll go further. So she said this is our own marriage hall. Here you can see the food is served on the leaves and the what you call cloth spread and the banana leaves. And what happened was these leaves, Exnora has got zero waste centers where we feed male cows and dry cows, and the animals give cow dung, which we prepare biogas. So the leaf waste, so much. 1,500 people 3 times see the quantity of the leaf waste which was taken there. Next was the flower decoration, all natural flower. This also after the marriage, we saw that it goes to our composting, the extra zero waste center for composting. Okay, the food was cooked in biogas and the excess was distributed in orphanage. In any marriage, normally the food waste occurs, number one, on the leaf of people. So we told the cooks, our famous SVS, we told them that our Astana cook, they prepares food so nicely and delicious, but not harmful to your health. We told him that, and he does it. Don't overfeed people, give what they need. So it takes a little time, but they did that. And however, the food will, we prepare food for 2,000, 1,500 eat. What will you do for the food, 500 excess food? Normally, people, what they do, they dump it in the gutters. But we, that you're going to see what we did with that. This all sent to orphanages. The guests were all, and not only for this marriage, we had done a number of marriages. The guests were all encouraged to recycle the PET bottles that they were using at the wedding. Here, the PET bottles were taken to Exnora Recycling Center. Even the tambulam was distributed in cloth bags to protect the environment. I think this is the article of Deccan Chronicle. The food was cooked in biogas. The excess was distributed in orphanage. So Exnora got food bridge. Exnora food bridge is called. So in the food bridge, what we do, the food, excess food in hostels, hotels, and marriage halls. One side there's excess food and being dumped in the gutters and dustbins. Other side, starving stomachs. So you need only a simple thing, a matching mechanism, food bridge. So that's what we did it. And Sandurpari will take it a bigger right, I'm very sure. PET bottle waste went to Exnora PET bottle recycling unit. You are seeing it. The PET bottle, the problem with PET bottle is that, say Tamil proverb, Sundakai kalpanam, sumukuri mukapanam. So, they discard PET bottle because it's not economical to carry in a truck. So, if you crush it and make them as chips, the machine breaks it and makes them chips. So, you can take 5 times more in a truck. So, it becomes very economical. I said Sundakai kalpanam, sumukuli. So, sumukuli also kalpanam. That's all. That's what we did. And the food left over all taken to our Exnora Zero Waste Center. We had number of centers in Chennai. One of them it went. And tambulam was distributed in jute bags to protect environment. And zero garbage was what my motive was. I mean, I'm continuing the Deccan article. I believe that plastic and thermocol are very harmful. So far, the wedding we have used only biodegradable products, says Nirmal. The universe planted saplings to promote eco-friendly idea of the father or the groom. My idea. So what we have done, number of marriages. The marriage is a ritual called Pandakal. Actually, the relatives all will erect a dead wood stick. Here, so far many marriages, we go and see that bride and bridegroom. After this, the boy ties the Mangalasut, this tali. Immediately they go and plant a tree outside the marriage hall. The first of its kind trend-setting wedding had more than just one unique feature. I am continuing the Deccan Chronicle article. The exhibition of handicrafts made by disabled people was on display in the Kalyana Mandapam. Organs such as Ability, Guild of Services, Banyan, etc. presented their talent, says Nirmal, who is also the chairman of Exnora. Not many people come to such exhibition. So I think the motive is clear. People don't go to this exhibition. So let's have the exhibition where the people come. So I given that small spark to you. People come for temple festival, many things. They gather for anything and everything. Everywhere we should have this. Today is the age of online shopping. Even traders, regular traders, many are suffering due to online shopping. Imagine the plight of our differently abled children who are gifted with some talents. So we should encourage it. So my humble appeal to all of you is a perfect opportunity to show the people what they were missing. So people are like, it's all very good. I want to say a pun. One of my lady known to me, she says she has a shopping addiction. She always spends at least 1 or 2 hours to go and do shopping. The moment she came, she shouted, "Oh, here also I can do shopping." Okay, so it's a win-win for everybody. Okay, let us proceed further. Over 1,500 people attended the wedding, and each guest left a Kalyana Mandapam with a sapling in hand, along with the fact that one can go green even at weddings. So that's what Deccan Chronicle wrote. Now I'm going to tell about something about zero waste management. You can practice in your home. Exnora slogan is all good things begin with me in my home. So please do it. Zero in and zero waste. So these are slogans we coined. Waste is not waste until it's wasted. It's not waste management, it's wealth management. Waste is a misplaced resource and unrecognized wealth. Waste, not waste. It's not waste management, resource management. Recycling is waiting for you or waste, which are raw materials for them. Waste is best managed when not generated. Don't transfer waste, but transform waste. Don't relocate waste, but reallocate waste according to its recycling destination. I think if you follow even one of these quotes, slogans, we'll have solve the waste management problem. So Explore has got a number of concepts, 3-tier, solid waste management, SOVM. So source solid waste management means everybody born in the world, whether in the office or home, school or college, even the shop, wherever, whatever, managed waste must be managed at source. Then decentralized. What could not be managed there, what who cannot manage is decentralized. Then only finally centralized solid waste management. So we practice source solid waste management in the marriage hall, and what we could not manage there went to a zero waste center for decentralized solid waste management. So I explained the concept. Everywhere in any place, the waste first must be managed at source. Source where it's generated, we manage. So source solid in the marriage hall, the source of waste generation. So Mr. Session inaugurated the handicrafts exhibition. The Deccan says I'm the background below the newlyweds. So Mr. Session also came. Unfortunately, we missed them. Zero garbage. That was my motive. I believe plastic and thermal are very harmful. The wedding we are used only bio products. The bride and bridegroom, you see that. So this article, and there is a one full page by Deccan Chronicle. The article came in the supplement. And session, TN session, session means a person who proved elections can be conducted honestly. He came and he inaugurated this, and of course, bride and bridegroom then followed. They purchased, both of them. They purchased. And one more thing, I forgot to say, many people forget to buy gift for the couple. So we purposely made the access to the podium, where the stage dais, where the bride and bridegroom were there, via this exhibition. So many of them who forgot, they bought it here itself. So it's a win-win for the seller, buyer, and of course the bride and bridegroom. So you're seeing the exhibition, and so nice, and counters. I'm talking a chat with Geeta Padmanabhan, Manoj, bride and bridegroom are there, the wedding morning. The evening, Unni Krishnan, my favorite singer, I know him from childhood, and we are there. Samruddha Kumar, my close friend, standing next to me. I'm making some announcement. And the important thing here, we purposely kept Unni Krishnan, the melody, of his voice, and it's not, marriage and all, people make a lot of noise, they dance, they can dance, everything is okay. But it should be very simplicity, sensibility, we call it. Okay, we go next. So voice against noise. We have an organization. A volunteer came. He kept a decibel scale meter. He measured the decibel, and wherever it increased, he reduced the volume. So there is no noise pollution. Okay, we'll go to the next one. This photo. So Muhurtam. So we go to Muhurtam, bride and bridegroom. I think it's all I pass on. It's all routine. They're cheerful. So I want to say one more thing. I'm a self-designated wordsmith. So don't call daughter-in-law, father-in-law, and all. Your daughter, whom you brought up, gets married, goes and lives in another family. Somebody's daughter, brought up by somebody, she comes and lives in your family. So the one who comes to you is not daughter-in-law and mother-in-law, father-in-law. That's why they always go to court. So the daughter who came to us, trusting us, we should call her lovely daughter. So Madhu, not only by lovely daughter, what I call, but she was really a lovely daughter, letter and spirit. This is the bride. So the evening reception, you are seeing them. Is all all and both sambandhis, bride and bridegroom parents either side. So the marriage was attended by top dignitaries. So one message, even before I tell you, you'll understand. I'm apolitical, non-political. So people of all political parties came. Mr. Stalin came. He came twice to the marriage, and he greets. He was at the time deputy CM, and he gives a gift to bridegroom. And J. Anbaragan, my very, very close friend, and he was an MLA, very close friend, and unfortunately he is not there. He was a victim of corona. Some doctor, mom's friend also is there in the picture. So Stalin signs the differently abled stalls. He also made purchases. Okay, and he's there in the stall. And, Sarkad Veerasamy, minister, I'll tell you somebody very close to me. He's attended all my functions, man of utmost simplicity and zero ego. So he comes with a party, even a minister he came. So he is there in the dais, blessing the couple. All our marriages. Now Syed Doraisamy. So both Mr. Stalin and Arcad are DMK. We have an AIDMK man, Syed Doraisamy, who is my very close friend last several years. He came as a zonal chairman of the Kodambagam zone. He came and he is there in all the functions of us. This is another party man, Congress, Selva Kumar, my mom's student in medical college. He also graced the occasion, blessed the couple. And yet another political party person, he was, he was in AIDMK at the time. Karaji Tyagarajan, my good friend, he was, as a student, he joined the LP Exnora. I know him as a youth, teenage youth. Okay. And then G.K. Vasan, Tamil TMC party, he also came. You can see almost all parties are there.
டாக்டர் எம் நாகநாதன் எழிலனுடைய எம்எல்ஏ உடைய ஃபாதர்.
So he has been my close friend. His wife is one of the, I can call, a co-founder of Exnora. So he came and graced, and he stayed with me in Hong Kong while I was as manager. Here another DMK MLA, he was at the town Panchayat. Kalambakam Ganapati is there. And now, this, I give a small presentation of political party. Let us see film world. Mrs. Lata Rajinikanth is there. She has been, as her husband's advice, doing service along with me. Both of us are involved in protecting the street children. That's how she is. Mr. A.V.M. Saravanan, his friend, philosopher, guide for us. He is there in all our functions. The relationship between his family and family is according to, my dad. My dad, when he was 21 years old, he went to Karaikudi. A.V.M. studio was started in Karaikudi at the time. He took our dad, Mr. Basu, there. So, and then Mr. A.M. Saravanan is there. Let me proceed further. And here, S.P. Muthuraman, another great close friend of us. Some of the people are not able to place due to little loss of memory. Charu Hasan, ex-Nora president of Venus Colony, and the whole family, including Sugasni, Mani, are all part of Exnora, their Exnora family. And here S.V. Sekhar, I think he should all come both in film world and political world. He's a BJP, so he's also there. And next, of course, I told you Unni Krishnan with Mama, Sulochana Mami's husband. Mama is my guru for religion. He's no more. Very sad. Then let us go to IAS and IPS. Many came, but I'm not able to place everyone. T.N. Session on IAS, he inaugurated the exhibition, you know that. The T.N. Session's wife. And he came both morning and evening. Mrs. Gariali, I call her my Rocky sister. We are there in several social service boards together. She is attending the Chidambaram. You have seen Sulachana Mami there on the backside. Mr. Gopal Sam, another Exnora president, he was Chief Secretary of Kerala. IAS, he is also there. So, Sivakumaran, we miss him sadly. He is, I can call him co-founder of Exnora. He is there day one in Exnora, he died. And then we have Sankar Subramanian. We call him Gentleman IAS. I know him almost when he was Avin. And such a wonderful person and honest person. And level-headed, no-nonsense IAS officer, his wife. Unfortunately, we miss him. He was another Exnora president. And then we have two IAS, Abul Hasan. I want to say Salam Alaikum, Abul Hasan sir. You are always in our heart. Abul Hasan was the one who encouraged Exnora left and right. That's why it grew so big. Atulya Mishra, Port Trust chairman, is there. And Abul Hasan's wife is there in the right extreme. Atulya Mishra IAS was a Port Trust chairman, is also there. Here, VIT chairman was G. Vishwanaran. He was also a minister in MGR ministry. Rajantharam IAS, the right, who is the Tamil Nadu Foundation CEO, who was secretary to Dr. Kalaignar Karunanidhi. Both of them are there. Now, let us go to the academicians and researchers. This is Dr. Subramaniam, who is supposed to be the Pitamagan for microbiology, mom's great, teacher. And Thamran Ganesh is the extreme right. We miss him badly. He died. premature death, and left extreme he was Sampath. Once he was student ex-Nora leader, and V.H. Viswanath received by Chidambaram. You see that there. Okay, here Mr. S.P. Tyagarajan, a very close friend of mom and me. He was Madras University Vice Chancellor, Chancellor for Ramsara Medical Hospital, but he's a non-medical microbiologist, a wonderful person, and he came. Then doctors, Dr. Panneer is the one, I would say, must all thank him for taking care of my health. He is my diabetes doctor, topmost diabetologist, and he takes personal care of me. And incidentally, he was mom's student in Chengalpet. Many of mom's students, they're all very big in medical field or also political field. Here the ENT, Dr. Kumaresan, who has written a number of books, my close friend, is an author, writer, speaker. He attended a marriage. And Dr. Chokkalingam, our own person, cardiologist, Sindhamari, the other extreme right, mom's classmate, they are very close. Chokkalingam is the person, darling of audience. And then we have, many microbiologists, colleagues of mom. I don't know their name. You can check it with mom. And here we see our own, Dr. Doreraj of Vellur, and his wife Batmini Doreraj is considered one of the great dancer. They are there. Judges of Supreme Court and Madras High Court. Justice Karpa Vinayagam, who gave very historical judgment. He was Supreme Court judge. He has been participating in extra function. G. Govindarajan. On the back is Madipakam Subramanian, who is, we call him Erikatha Ramar. And next to the person who is chatting with Justice is Pun Kalaimani, is no more, sorry, due to Corona. Faisal, he was teaching youth ex-Nora, Advocate Secretary General, Mami, they're all there. Justice Karpa Vinayagam posing nicely there with all of you. It's a very big honor for you. Justice Natarajan and Dad, they are there. And Justice Natarajan is blessing you, his wife, but we miss both of them, really. See, the marriage as years roll, we miss many of them. But Ravan uncle is there, Sridhar, partially visible. And here, Justice Bhaskaran, and we are all there with him. Then industrialists came. Nalli Chettiar comes always, and you can see him in all our marriages, functions. Krishna Sweets, Mr. Murali is there. And then, of course, S.P. Muthuraman. And then the two great industries, Varigant. Both of them are there, Arunavel and Kumarvel. They are the gold mine hotel, Sangeeta hotel and all. They own number of, very big today, and they always participate in functions. And Arigant alone, some 80 people came, we are not showing every point of time. Media, Geeta Padmanavan, Shanmugha Sundaram recently got award from Honorable CM. He's a very, very great person, and he was chief editor for Dinatadi for years, and then I became advisor to Mr. Sevanthi Ayathan, Balasuri Ayathan. He comes with his team. And Kridambur Sankara Subramanian, editor Kalaimagal, also came. And then service clubs. So in a service club, naturally I must say ex-Nora president now, Sindur Pari, his wife, and his son, all there. His whole family is there. Sindur Pari is the new torchbearer, and is doing, much bigger, larger scale than what I was doing. And here we have Blue Cross, Animals, Voice of Animals, Chinni Krishna and Nanita Krishna. They are there. Nanita Krishna is an environmentalist, and Chinni Krishna is what you call for Voice of Animals. Both of them are there. And let us go to the next one. M.B. Venkata Perumal, I call him my elder brother. He was Alliance Governor and close friend. And then we see Palam Kalyana Sundaram next to Manoj. And one important person, two persons I miss now. One is GS, next to me, left to me. GS, I never seen somebody so greedy in doing social service. He was there in ex-Nora, he was there in Palam, he was there in yoga, he was there in some 20 organizations. More importantly, he constructed homes in Nagapatnam for the tsunami victims. He went with scissors and, the barber's lots. He went and did the hair cutting. Rajamami, extreme right, pillar of ex-Nora, she is no more. And ex-Norans, Kalyana Malai Mohan, who was once in Exnora, Sulachana Mami. Recently only she retired from Exnora. Here you see left hand to Manoj is Mr. RRC, R. Ramachandran. One of the many organizations I founded, one was Avsar Dhoni, Music Sabha in Adyar area, which has become the largest Sabha in NRS Sabha. RRC unfortunately is no more. This was handed over to them to manage because Exnora's line was not that. On the right hand side, you have three people, are all very, very important. The woman and man are not anymore. Satyan and his wife, they are made for each other couple, and they did many great services. Unfortunately, they are not there. Behind them is Rattanam, Nanagar Exnora. He's white and white, and he was chief engineer railway, very big position, but he always goes by bicycle. And then we have GS again, a better picture of GS. I feel this, apart from, I should dedicate this presentation to also him, with 3 Exnora members. And we have Ramadas, I call him Annan Ramadas, such a great person, elder, I call him elder brother. He has been planting trees and he, unfortunately, we don't time. When he died, all the newspapers carried news about him. Okay, and then we have Vairasegar left to Manoj, who was KK Nagar Exnora. He is no more, unfortunately, due to Corona. A very big philanthropist and self-made man. Chidambaram, live wire, because we wanted a trustworthy person. Himself and Govindaraj have been carrying Exnora's activity. He's a live wire, general secretary. He's the one who trained many of our own kith and kin in public speaking. A great trainer, a class trainer. And then Sankar Raman, of Tenkasi, Exnora, he is there, and you can see him here. And they're all arrogant staff workers. Stalin is there, arrogant lift operator, watchman, they all came. And they all served as volunteers, wearing badge. And Viswanathan, Usha and Viswanathan were carrying on the volunteering. They all had a uniform. Excellent way they did. Paramanandam, I call him a soulmate. So anything I do to check right or wrong, I ask him. He is a Burma refugee, but a person who has tremendous knowledge in waste management. And here Krishna Sweets, myself, Ron Uncle are all having food. Pon Kalamini is the photo, but he's not alive. Nelle Ganesh, Madurai Exnora is also there in the picture. Kasturi Rangan, partially visible. So, we have to say goodbye. We lost but one marriage was your marriage, Vijaya Seshamagal, which is a famous hosting many marriages. And, it became a shopping mall. All of you know it. So, I say goodbye, Vijay Seshamagal. That's what you see here. And now I want to, you've been seeing marriage, something different you'll see here. Manoj Nirmal with top test cricketers when he was a kid. So there's separate video on Manoj's birthday that you can see how he was brought up by his parents, myself, my wife. But whatever he wanted, to the best of ability, we saw that he gets it. He was very fond of cricket at the time. So in IOB, all the cricketers used to come. The two famous test cricketers, Bharat Reddy and also around 1986, Manoj taking autograph. Manoj should have been 10 years old kid at the time. And this on 14th February 1989, Manoj with Kapil Dev. Just imagine, he is able to proudly stand with Kapil Dev. He is with Mohammad Azharuddin, was then subsequent captain. Then his wicketkeeper Kiran More, Manoj Ravi Shastri, all the doyens at the young age, and Krishnamachari Srikant. And again with L. Sivaramakrishnan, W. E. Raman, Arshad Ayub, Ajay Sharma, and all of them in the background. Manoj is there. I want to once again say happy wedding anniversary, Manoj and Madhu, happy 70th wedding anniversary. And I not only this great marriage and both of you live happily and you are undoubtedly made for each other couple. I'm very happy how Manoj compliments your work, like take care of the babies, and both of you are in home making perfect teammates. I bless you on your 70th wedding anniversary. You will also hear aunt's blessing, but I must say that your marriage was very useful to communicate to the world. The world is not only for us. There are so many underprivileged, differently abled, poor, and all. And I forgot to say that food, the food We took care of the poor. Annadanam was also done. So this is one of the memorable occasions, because the moment you say wedding, which gets media attraction and all, people who spend crores of money for wedding. And but this is a simple and purposeful marriage. So I want to once again say happy wedding anniversary. May God bless you and your children. Thank you.